Hello! In this video, I coded a Mandelbrot world generator into Minecraft. In case you have no idea what that means, here's a quick overview. The Mandelbrot is a fractal, which means that it's a really cool math equation which repeats over and over again to draw this picture. It's pretty beautiful. And if we look at it from Minecraft, here's what it looks like. It's amazing, isn't it? This took me 3 months to make. So how on earth did I make this? And would you like to use this? If so, I'd recommend you watch to the end, because I'll be explaining both. So before I explain how I made this, I would first like to explain the Mandelbrot set a little. As I stated, the Mandelbrot set is just a math equation, and it has two answers, being stable or unstable. All of this black region is stable, so the math equation will never blow up to infinity. And all of this blue and other red color is unstable, which means that the math equation will go beyond a certain point and blow up to infinity. The color is determined on how many iterations it takes the math equation to figure out that it's unstable. So for example, this red area takes a lot longer to become unstable than this blue area because, yeah, that's just how it works. If you want a better explanation, then check out someone else's video. There's a billion of them. But in this case, instead of representing the iterations based on color, I changed the world's height to be the iterations. And that's what's creating all of these high mountains and peaks. Think of these as the more red colors, while these gradual slopes are more of the bluish-purple colors. But enough about all of that nerd stuff. I'm pretty sure you want to use this. Or something, at least. So I'm gonna explain how the mod works now, and maybe some more news about what I might add to it in the future. But if you want to use this mod, I'd recommend going to my ModRemth page. It will be in the description below, and I'll be posting it there. So you can use this mod for free, as well as any future versions I make, and any other mod I make. It would just be awesome if you subscribe and stuff, because doing everything for free is kind of difficult sometimes. But anyway, here's how to use the mod. So I've made a whole bunch of commands, each starting with fractal world. This will make it easy so you could scroll through them, just find what you need. But anyway, it has a whole bunch of presets that you can use to make it do whatever you want. So for example, set scale. The scale works between 1 and I think 10 million it is? Yeah, 10 million, which dictates how big it is, obviously. Scale 1 would be 5 blocks wide, while 10 million is bigger than the whole Minecraft world. And for example, the one that I'm standing at right now is scale 100, the one that you've seen this entire video. Set scale 100, and it'll tell you scale set to 100. Easy enough. You can also set the maximum iterations, which is the level of detail. So the lowest is 10, and the highest is 250. This will also be about how tall the highest mountain is. You can also set a minimum iterations, and anything below this will be void, which is why we get this pretty cool shape of void just surrounding the whole Mandel world. Also, oh god, what happened to this house? I mean, I did have another bug with the house. This was a village. It's no longer a village. Also, it somehow imprinted it on the bedrock of the world, so that's kind of funny. I fixed that. And lastly, there's this option to set the render distance. I'll explain more about this, but I'd recommend keeping it relatively low for now. For some of these larger scaled Mandelbrots, it might be hard to find certain points on it. So I left a whole bunch of commands to find the center and all of the spires. So for example, if we type find the center, it'll give us the coordinates to go to the center. And there we go. I'm in the center. Lastly, you can set the chunk loading speed. This is at a default of 50, but I needed this because it was crashing my computer at too high of a value, so I'm still experimenting with this, but if it's too laggy, you might want to turn this down from 50. In fact, to show, I'll start it at 1. So now, to show you how this works, I think I'm going to leave the super flat world and go to an actual world because it's more fun that way. So here's another example of the fractal. I'm using this one on an actual world, where you can actually see a lot of the caves being pulled up, and there's even deep slate over here. So basically how this works is it'll take the world, and if we just type fractal world on, then you can see that it's taking the world and making it this high. So actually, it might be easier if I make it a higher speed real quick. Oh, that's a bit laggy. But as you can see, takes the world and converts it to be as high as the Mandelbrot says it should. So this can be pretty satisfying to watch, at least once it's actually getting everything done. Oh wow, that made like the cool rare snow. Well, I guess I figured out one way of making this. But yeah, even though this still has a few errors, my goal is to make this so that it's efficient and fast enough so that this can be a map that you play in. Like, yeah, some of the trees got flattened and stuff, but, like, oh well. I'm honestly not too sure why this happened, but I'm not fully done yet. And of course, if you want to stop it, just type fractal world off. Now, the way that it stops itself from going over everything, like, twice, is it actually stores it in a set, and it'll hold all that information. Eventually, I'll make it write to a file, but currently, if you rejoin the world, then that set gets deleted. So, it's still not done yet, I'm sorry. But there's a command called fractal world reset, and this will basically reset all of that list. So, everything that it already went over, it'll do it again. So I would not recommend using this on that. Oh my god. Wait, it just unflattened the trees? Well, that's fascinating. I don't know how it did that, but, like, cool, I guess. But now that it's doing this part, I can put speed back down. And again, you can see what it's doing. It'll take every single block, get the highest one, and move it to this height. So this can be pretty fun to watch. Oh, and every single number is how many columns it does per tick. So currently it's doing 1 column from world height all the way down to bedrock every single tick. And one more way I could show you this is if we go all the way down to the bottom of the world, you can see it also pulls the bedrock with it. So this might be a little problematic, but for now it is what it is. I might think of a way of fixing this, but I honestly don't know. So yeah, this might be a survival map one day, or you could use it today. It might take a few days for ModRemph to approve it, but yeah, I'll be posting this onto ModRemph, and if it's not there, you should probably follow my user, and this way you'll be able to see it when it comes out. In fact, you should follow my ModRemph user anyway, because that would be awesome! So now for some news about the future of this mod. First of all, there's still a lot of bugs that need to be fixed, but it's working for the most part now. So I'll be working to get as much of that done as possible. Also, now that I have this Mandelbrot working, I can actually make pretty much any fractal into the Minecraft world, because the Mandelbrot part is about 20 lines of code, while the rest of it is a few hundred, so it shouldn't be that hard to make more presets for this. For example, I'm working on the Burning Ship fractal, the Phoenix fractal, and I think the Nova fractal as well. So if you have any ideas for a preset, just let me know in the comments below. I'm planning on adding a world painter to this, so that will let me color the world based on how many iterations it is instead of the height. And this will just be by replacing the top block with like a concrete or something, colored concrete. And lastly, I'll be sharing this with the creator of the Infinite Dimensions mod. So maybe if we can convert this into an actual world generator instead of something that like modifies the world based on how it is, because I'm not smart enough for that. I tried it, but I couldn't get it working for months, so I just gave up on that part. But if they like this, then maybe fractals can become part of the Infinite Dimensions mod. Yeah, so I'll be trying to make different presets, different colored painters, and I might try to make a custom fractal preset, which would allow anyone to make any type of fractal they want just by putting in a math equation, but that seems difficult, so that might be a future project. But yeah, if this video gets 100 likes, then I'll make all of the code open source, and anyone can do whatever they want with it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!